Welcome back, my spooky little beans. I just wanted to talk about a place technically, real quick. I don't know how quick this is gonna be, but I'm going to make like an official, I guess, actual full-length video about this later when I have the chance and the spoons. But I want to talk about Monroe, Michigan, and how the heck this place escaped my radar for like Halloween and haunted stuff. You know what I mean? Like attractions everywhere, all around. It's beautiful for like a downtown, for a historical downtown. It's small. Also, they have free parking, which is amazing, by the way, and they have like free museums, which is really good. Wasn't intended to go there. I was actually went up to fireworks and then drove around because my mom wanted to get dinner. And so we went to I want to talk about the first place we went to, Monroe, before we get to spooky stuff, which is the public house in Monroe, Michigan. And it's a lovely little like American style diner kind of, but I'll show you pictures obviously as we go. And it's fairly pretty and quaint on the inside. I really liked it. They had very good food. They are very mindful of food allergies, so I was able to have gluten-free food and not get glutened. It was really good. I had mac and cheese and some house vegetables, very delicious. And I will say that the presentation on my meal was maybe not like the best. It was nothing special. It wasn't bad. It just was nothing special. But my mom presentation for her meal was really good. I loved it. Hers looked really cool. It looked really delicious is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, they have gluten-free desserts, which is not something usually it's like, oh yeah, it's like maybe one thing if you're lucky, it's like creme brulee. But no, they actually had like chocolate lava cake and strawberry crisp that were gluten-free. They have chips there that are made in-house, and those were delicious. Those were probably the best chips I have ever had, hands down. Like, I am a picky eater and like very picky eater, and those chips were delicious. So I can recommend the public house. I want to go. I was like I need to come here with my husband on a date, but I also need to go to Monroe, Michigan to make like a full video with like actual footage and like planned like photography instead of just like taking my own shots, because I'm like not the best at it. I try but I have very shaky hands, you see. And I don't know, it was a lot of fun. They have so much going on there, and everything's reasonably priced, because like as we're going to the public house, we drove by the Michigan Horror Museum, which was unplanned. I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna have enough time to go through it, and I don't have my equipment because I would love to film if I'm allowed to, which I said yes, and I'm really excited. I have to go back. It looks so inviting, and the person, I can't remember their name, I knew I'd forget, but they were very wonderful to talk to about and listening to me rant about Halloween and stuff, so that was really cool. I just want to talk. I cannot wait to go back. Like, I did the pictures online for the front of the Michigan Horror Museum don't do it justice, especially when the sun's going down and everything's lit up and it stands out and it's gorgeous. There's some also free museums there too, but the Michigan Horror Museum is only $10, which I think is a really good deal. I can't wait to go back. They have a coffee place called Nocturnal. I need to enunciate. I'm sorry, and I can't wait. Oh my god, I can't wait to go back there, guys. Even the front of it, it's the most beautiful cafe that I've ever seen. I took so many photos, and I was like, but not the kind of photos I wanted to, because they had, people there, and I didn't want to get the people in the shots because, I don't think they'd want to be in the shots. So I took the pictures that I could take without getting people in the shots. It's gorgeous. I love it. And then on top of that, it's like, if you want that cozy, gothic, romantic style, like, in a building, that's what they have emphasizes. It is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. The drinks are super creative and super delicious. I had the Hyde's concoction, which is the best apple cider drink I've ever had. Their stuff is made in-house, including the syrups that they use in their drinks, which they had pumpkin syrup added to mine. So it's a sweeter version of their apple cider drink. I had mine hot despite the hot day because I'm crazy. I love hot drinks. It'll be 95 degrees. I'm still getting a hot drink. That's how I roll. Also, because I have no body temperature regulation, so I'm usually cold all the time anyway, so hot drink is good for me. And yeah, I loved it. That was probably for, I think it was like $6, $6.50 maybe. Anyway, worth it. You get a sizable drink, and it was delicious. And oh my god, I've never had a drink taste that good. I have been to Starbucks, I've been to Tim Hortons, I've been to a bunch of other, little cafes, including in Ann Arbor. I've been to a couple, and I've never had a drink taste this good. Between the vibes and the taste of the drink, and honestly the size of it, and they can work with gluten allergies. I believe they said the owner is very familiar with celiacs, because I thought they said she had celiacs, or maybe it was someone in the family. I'm trying to remember. Everything happened really quick, and I'm not really good at talking to people. I get really nervous, except like I felt a lot more comfortable comfortable in those areas, and it's just like it's really nice. Because the outside world is scary, but I goes like I forget with my fears of going outside that, you know, places like this exist, and it's just like this will get me out of the house more often just to go to Monroe, Michigan, right? I will be able to walk around and I'll be able to get my little tasty treats and go to the horror museum, and it'll just and eat at these just wonderful places that can cater to food allergies, including like even ones that cater to vegan and vegetarian diets as well. So because we were walking around, it kind of reminds me, I've been searching for years since I came up here from Florida. I used to go to St. Augustine with my mom as my happy place and our stress reliever place, and after we moved up here when I was 13, we just didn't find a place like that until yesterday, which was Monroe, Michigan, because there were shop fronts that reminded us so much of the downtown historic part of St. Augustine that were so lovely, and my mom and I both had a blast, and it was just like one of those things, like even though it wasn't, we had, you know, her boyfriend there, but it was really like mother-daughter time, and it was really nice to like get that like feeling back to like finally find a spot that's like for us is like this is the place that we want to hang out with, that's great for our brains and how our brains function and stuff, you know. I don't know. I almost cried because it was just like I haven't found a place that I'm comfortable with in, you know, so very long, guys, so very long. And I finally found one that my brain's just like, it's just like, it makes me just, it's like a fresher breath air. There's all these shop fronts that were just so charming, and these museums, a thrift association, there's a thrift shop, and I wish I would have known that when my friend came up here from Florida in April, because she loves going thrifting. It's like one of her favorite things to do and exploring. She would have loved Monroe, Michigan, and now I feel bad. It's like, well, now I gotta get her back up here from Florida. I gotta get her butt back up here because she's got to see this place. She would love the horror museum. And unfortunately, though, when she was up here during Easter, we were gonna go to the horror museum, but like it was closed, and we didn't know if there was anything else to do in Monroe, Michigan, so we just didn't go. And I'm gonna try to contact a lot of these owners. I want to get like pictures and some, you know, videos of their shop fronts, of the interiors. They have a plant shop there. That's really what the shop front just. I don't know, the display, everything. I was like, this just screams like not just Halloween, because like there's a lot of stuff that's like has the gothic vibes, romantic vibes, cozy vibes, witchy vibes. A lot of them are crystal shops. Like there's so much there that just it screams like this could be like a Halloween town. Like it really feels that way. And I know there is one in Ohio, but it's much further away. I think it's Fairborn that has like the Foy's Halloween shops and stuff. But I'm just really excited, and like also because finding stuff that's like friendly to food allergies can be a little difficult, and I guess for some reason in Monroe it's not. Maybe just Michigan is better about it in certain areas. Monroe's pretty small. And then they have these like, apparently Nocturnal opened in 2023. I had no idea that was such a recent open, like, oh my God. And then they have these like merch that they sell, and I'm looking at some of the pins and I'm like, man, some of these pins, and I will show they would be great as coasters. And like, cause they sell like drinks and all this, like, well, these would be coasters. I would love to have a coaster like this in my house, as opposed to some of the other ones I have that are dated and not Halloween. Like I would love to have that. And like, I don't know if you guys see the interior, it's so fun to hang out. Like I got a to-go drink because I didn't know if we would be, because when I didn't know when they'd be closing, they didn't ask because I forgot. And I'm just like, well, we're gonna probably walk around a lot in Monroe, and I wish I would have had more spoons. And I was having a fairly good day, but man, it was really exciting. And I hope you guys, if you go to Monroe, check out Nocturnal, check out obviously the Michigan Horror Museum. If you like thrifting, there's that too. There's kind of like almost look like a gastropub from a distance, but it's like a smoothie place that does like plant-based smoothies. And then there, there's the, plant shop and the little plant boutique. There's bakeries, there's ice cream shops, there's museums, and I feel like and then there's like the witchy shop. So like there's so much to do. And of course there's clothing shops and venues for those venues there to get married to as well. There's the River Raisin, which is really pretty to walk along, especially when the sunset's going, which is when we hit there, over the bridge. And there's shops and there's restaurants, what looks like restaurants along the river. They have the Doug Dibonone of Churches, which has a tower that goes way too high. And Yeah, and just, I mean, beautiful churches, honestly. They're gorgeous, and a lot of just old buildings that have just retained that old, like maybe late 1800s charm. And that's what kind of like this coffee shop is too. And I know I'm going on about it, but I'm just super excited to go back because that was like an addicting taste for their cider. That was so good. I want to try some of the other stuff. I want to take my friends there, but like just to hang out. I know that they do other things. I did talk to them a bit and some other people, and apparently if you go on their Facebook or follow their Instagram, they do have special things. They recently had a supernatural month, and that looked really cool from the little bit of pictures that I did see. They have entertainment on certain days, like music, live music on Saturdays, which I would love to go there for, and especially themes, events, and then during spooky season, they have like, they read off scary stories, which I would love. I need to go back. I have to. I need to go back and do a whole cover piece of Monroe between all the places I told you about. I was planning to just do the museum because the museum looks awesome. After going, I'm like, I definitely have to do the museum. And then I was like, I want to do a little piece on Nocturnal. I'll do a little piece on their little witchy shop, their plant shop, their museum, a little bit of everything, you know, in multiple videos because I don't want it to be like 4 hours long. So I'm sure it would be otherwise. But like, it was too charming to pass up. I rarely find a small town like that I'm just like really like. And they also had an art theater, which was really charming, and this is like, they have so much going on, and it was so cute, and I just can't wait to go back. I just have to go back. I'm so excited. Like, I thought it would just be the horror museum, and don't get me wrong, that is a strong attraction for me, probably the main one, but they have so many more that I'm like, I have so much to do. I could spend a whole day there if my health allows it, and it still wouldn't be enough for me. Anyway, thank you for listening to me rant. I'm hoping to go back there soon and do at least start to get some filming done, because I'm sure it might be over more than one day with how my health functions. So yeah, thank you for listening to me rant, and bye my spooky little beans. I'll see you in the next video.